Beautiful. Okay, excellent. Okay, folks. Well, welcome to the Go for Diamond webinar this evening. And what we want to share is we want to kind of feature some of the field leaders. And I know some of you are doing phenomenal, and everybody will have a turn. Tammy and I are really monitoring what's going on, but we kind of want to recap a little bit and also kind of make sure that everybody is aware of what is available to you right now. Because honestly, the stuff that is available to help you build, we've never had that much. We've never had that kind of collaboration worldwide. And that's just always been my goal. Is Tammy and I are in a unique position where we have the opportunity to work with people from the Philippines, people from West Africa, people from down under, even in Australia, in all of the Americas, as a matter of fact, even in Puerto Rico, which is part of the United States. And so it's really really fun and interesting to see all the different cultures. And what's happening is, as we are building and building and building, let me rephrase that, as we're building the environment of that crown diamond global impact, we're starting to introduce more stuff. The French is coming in, which is going to lead a lot by Lucie and the French associates, the French market. There's also the Spanish speaking culture, which is going to be mainly the people from Puerto Rico, and again, the different cultures of Spain, from El Salvador and so forth. There's going to be lots of different leaders that are going to participating. We're starting to have some presenters, and here's another thing that's really really interesting. One of my goal is to go back to what we did 10 years ago, when we started with one presentation format and everybody was using that. And that's when momentum really hit, when everybody was consistent and congruent and all running at the same speed with the same clothing, if you understand my meaning. And it's actually happening. And right now we have associates from all over the world that are all in agreement to use this presentation, and everything is actually filtered into the Crown Diamond, the CD Global Impact. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Tammy, before I continue, did you want to add anything else?
No, I'm just really excited about what we're seeing in the last 7 days. How many are you are a little bit overwhelmed in the last 7 days with all the stuff that we're doing? It's a lot. It really is.
Yeah, that's true.
And then on top of it, Sunday, I had two more meetings, and then I had to do my meal planning. It's like, oh my gosh. But you know what happens is an adjustment. It'll kick in. The routine will start kicking in, and things will get better. And I know a lot of people are adding on the switch program. They're doing their exercises. That's another add-on. So just be patient with the process, because it'll get better. Yes.
Yeah, and remember, 90 days. I mean, it is a lot of days, right? We're on day 8. So there is a lot of days that are available. So don't be all kind of panicky or feeling that you're falling behind. But we want to give you some guidelines. Because, folks, I'm telling you, Tammy and I, since last Sunday, which was New Year's Day, like the first day of the year, I am not kidding. We have not stopped from morning till the evening, and every single day. And it's we've been playing catch up. But the reason for that, it's not going to be like that on long term. It's going to be short term. It's because everything is new. We're standardizing all of the process, the trainings, the presentations, and it's all coming together. And now things are really starting to fall into place, and people are volunteering. Obviously, the ones that are involved in the accelerator, so they know what's going on. As a matter of fact, Sylvie will be presenting this tomorrow with Dr. Bright and Dr. Izzy, right? Am I correct, Sylvie? So, and thank you for volunteering. And this is what's going on. And there's just a lot of good stuff. And I'm telling you, you don't need to be a superstar. You don't need to, to feel that you need to earn your. There's no such thing. It's just to participate. That's what's important, is to participate. And just by participating, what you will find, and you'll start grabbing things, learning something. Something's going to be mentioned. Says, oh wait, I never thought of that. Never thought of that. For example, today, Anne it was her turn. As you say, last week it was Tammy and I, and then it was Rapmaster who did some of the summary. And Anne summarized the event that went on about branding. And she basically took a 6-hour class and summarized it in 30 minutes. Anne is phenomenal to compress information in a very structured way. So, and again, it's all available. And this is something I wanted to mention before we go any further. If I'm looking around as I'm checking my stuff on the monitor here, if you're not aware, let me just post this into the comments section here. Okay. So can anybody give me the thumbs up to confirm that you got the link? Okay, just to confirm that you got the link. Okay, so Mary Paul, thank you. Is that only Mary Paul who got? Okay, Kathy, you got it. Paul, excellent. Okay, and the reason is because this is the group that I'm talking about, and here's the reality. Tammy and I, we've never spent that much resources financially to be mentored like that. In 2021, I never in my wildest dream, I mean, literally emptied our bank accounts with our savings in these things because we're reinvesting into ourselves. We're reinvesting into our future so we can be part of the trend. But this is what's going on is we're not just doing this for us because all the time that we're spending right now it's creating this environment because we understand that it's not everybody can spend $10,000 US for a year program. And we get that. But what if we can summarize all the gold nuggets, the important elements that all you need to do is show up, watch it. But that's the thing. I find that it was easier to get people to go to an event, drive a car, rent a hotel, go into a city, whatever, and then attend. It was easier to get people to attend an event than get people to click a link. I don't know why, but it's really, really interesting. And people are creature of habits. So I'm telling you, train yourself to get comfortable with the online virtual world because it's really where we are going. And when the hotel starts reinitiating again, it'll be awesome because then we'll have the virtual world to do all of the activities and everything else. But on top of that, we'll have the hotel events because I truly believe that eventually the pandemic situation will be like a common cold. You take your antibiotics or you take your whatever it is that you're going to create. And then from there, you'll be fine. Right. And I'm just talking for the general public here. And I'm telling you, I think this is my guess that we probably have. I don't want to discourage you guys, but I think it's not going to end until 2025. I think we still have another 3 years of this garbage. But the thing is, we don't need to let this get in the way. We can work around that. And that's why I'm saying all of this CD global impact. Make sure that you are part of the group. If you are not, it's totally okay. But if you are, do take the time to watch the videos. If you have never been there, you've never watched any of the videos, start from the beginning. It's all there. Tammy, you want to add anything else?
And start practicing the presentation because those who are doing the presentations are the ones that are doing really well in this business. And I remember that. I was told that, Chris, you told me that even years ago. Many years ago, way before Max, that, if you're not in front of the room, back then it was in front of the room, but if you're not presenting, then you're not going to build the belief to build this business. And practice with your spouse, practice with a friend. Eric Worre says that all the time. Use your connections to practice as well. And you'd be surprised in the practicing process, that you're going to capture people's attention in wanting to look at this or wanting to buy the product. So I highly recommend to present every single day, no matter what. Even if you have nobody to present to, open a Zoom account, set up your meeting as if you're speaking to people, present the presentation, record it, watch it, even send it out to your sponsors to see if they'll have a look at it and give you some feedback. But I highly recommend to really master the presentation this year because that's going to take you to a whole new level. And I know that because until I started presenting in network marketing, I wasn't making the money that I wanted to make. So
I totally
it's
agree.
important to step up. Yeah. So who's ready to step up this year? Who's ready to get out of their comfort zone and step up? Yeah. Who's ready? Yes. That's what I like to see.
I'm monitoring. I'm watching who's raising
Yeah, so
their hands.
put a thumbs
Excellent.
up in the action thing here, so we see who's going to present this year.
Yeah. Use the action reaction there, the little buttons there. It's really easy to spot. Beautiful, spot on.
Okay.
And here's the thing, guys. We understand that there's all sort of different levels of comfort and dedication. Let me rephrase that. Commitment. And we get it. We get it. Everybody has different lives and different goals and different direction that they want to take. As you know, Tammy and I are diehards. That's what we do. That's what we love. For me, this business is a passion. I will die doing. Maybe I don't know if that's the right word, but you know what I mean. I will fight to the death to protect it, and I will do that till my death. And I really, I enjoy helping folks just evolve and discover their full potential. I so love it when I see someone that starts from a certain level and then I see them grow. I get all excited, right? I don't know if you've noticed, Olga. I'm saying all the. I see what she's doing, and we want her to share in a minute here, and the growth that's happening, and all the work that she's done at the beginning with the posts and all the social media environment that she created around her. Well, it's starting to show and her results, and this is what it's all about, guys. Is you want to stay the course, and you want to be congruent and consistent and doing the same activities at the same time. And this is something that I absolutely know. When Tammy say learn the presentation. Now, many of you have seen the presentation that we've done, and everybody's following the script. And the reason why is because if you follow the script, you will actually learn the language. But in the same time, I am telling you, give it another 6 months, people will have the same language, but it will evolve. You won't need the script at all. But then we'll have a very consistent, precise presentation. And I'm telling you, this is when we're going to see some massive momentum. And some of you are going to hit some numbers that you never thought was even possible. I know because we've went through it, we've lived through it. So learn the presentation. And if you go through the Crown Diamond Global Impact, I know I keep repeating this, and just watch the presentation, watch the videos live. And then when we some of you are doing, there's Jasmine is, Bill and Linda are doing it at 4:00 tomorrow in the afternoon. And then Jasmine and I believe Mireille does it at 8:00 on Wednesdays. Tammy and I are doing it at 8:00 on Wednesdays. Lucie does it, I believe, at 3:00. And pardon me, Lucie, you can clarify that a little later. It's in the email. She does it in French twice a day. I mean, a diehard, constantly. And this is the one that you know about. She's presenting all the time. That's why she's constantly introducing new people to Max. So the fact is, learn that presentation because that becomes very powerful. And the more you learn it, the more impactful you become. And then at this point, you can have your real voice and your real personality come out when you share the opportunity, and people will connect more with you. But it comes with practice. Now, as you probably noticed right now, I've pinned Olga, Sylvie, Lucie, and Janet. And Tammy and I wanted to recognize these ladies because they really, and I know some of you are also taking a lead forward. I wanted to focus on these guys because there's so much growth occurring right now, and basically they're plugged in. I know that Janet, Lucie, and Sylvie are all connected on the accelerator, and I know Olga's following very closely what's going on. Right. In fact, she's ahead of a lot of people that are even part of the accelerator. So the fact here is I just wanted for them to kind of share a little bit of their thoughts and their experience. So, Tammy, did you want to add something else before we get the ladies to speak?
Oh, I'm excited to hear what they have to share with everybody because I know you're all in action. We're watching you, and we want everybody to hear what's working for you. So I guess we'll start with Olga, Chris.
Actually, yeah, and let me give you a context because I know that we didn't really prepare you, and the reason that was designed this way is because I wanted this to come from your natural state of what's really going on in your business. So the question here is, share your experience with the 90-day run. Now, keeping in mind, I am aware that there's also a campaign, but remember, the campaign is not something different. The 90-day run is like a shell. The campaign is what you may be focusing for the next 3 months on, for example, the weight loss or whatever else that you want to do. So I just want to give you a context. And then from there, please feel free to freelance and expand as you see fit on points that you feel that may be important. So Olga, please do again. Please go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Chris. Hi, Tammy, and everybody else. Gosh, so for me, like, I mean, I didn't start off the year actually the way I wanted to, because I actually fell ill. I got sick, not terribly bad, but it definitely set me back just a little bit. But here's the great thing, because I had a lot of content just saved on my phone through from TikToks and posts and photos, I was able to utilize that throughout the week when I really couldn't do a lot of stuff that I normally do. And I may not have been as active, but I still managed to watch people and listen to a lot of stuff so I can just continue on with my growth. And for me, starting off the new year actually was, I guess I feel like the last 2 months prior, like November, December, when I started like stepping up my game a lot, I kind of reaped the rewards a little bit because I got 2 new customers off the internet. And so for me, that was a pretty big deal because that was what I expect to see. What I want this business to do is, you wake up one day and you have people in your inbox saying, Olga, I want the product. Tell me, what do I do to sign up? And so that was really, really exciting, and really, really happy about that. And it just goes to show you, obviously, you put in the work and, they will come. And obviously the more work you put in, more will come, obviously. And so it's just the starting effects, which has me really, really excited about it. And then just having a few things set up, because I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and just slowly starting to get things into play to make this whole process a lot easier, not just for myself, but for everybody on the team and our future teammates, whether it be customers or associates. We've set up a few things which we're going to share later on with everybody, like later on, meaning another day. So I'm excited about that. And as far as like the fat loss program, because I've been sick, I just haven't really done all that much right now, but I've been watching the ladies posting in there and sharing, and it's really, really nice just to see everyone's interaction and just seeing how people are exciting. In the beginning, it is always exciting, not to say that it's not going to continue, but there's always momentum in the beginning, and it's just trying to keep that, and it's okay that we're going to have days of not being inspired, or maybe the scale is going to stay put, or you're not going to want to eat that same food again. But it's just remembering the purpose behind everything. That's a big thing that I've been doing a lot lately, is just remembering, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I want to be in bed right now. I'm tired. I've had a long day. It was my first day back at work. But I'm just remembering why am I here? It's because I want to quit my job. I want to make, I want to be able to present this for other people who are in the same situation for me, and then just having more out of life, and it's just remembering, again, what your goals are each and every single day. So I don't know if that's kind of like what you wanted me to speak on, but that's what I have for right now, Chris.
No, this is awesome. And this is what I want you to share, is just share what's going on. And you touch on something really, really important. And I can relate to that a lot. Tell me, and I can, is, there's some days that you just don't feel like it. You just want to crash it down, grab the converter and just watch some Netflix series or movies or whatever it is that you do, or read a book, or, and just kind of put the business aside. But sometimes, and I know often in my career, these are the moments where I've actually pierced into a new level, where if I didn't do that extra 5 minute or that extra call or that extra hour or spend an extra day doing that something, I'm telling you, there's a lot of things that today we have wouldn't be here. And we're talking things like Africa. In the past, it was something like in Mexico. And there's moments, and I remember there are moments where I did not want to bother doing it, but I did it anyway. And because I did it, it led to something that just exploded. So I really appreciate your commitment, Olga. This is dead on. Beautiful. So who wants to go next? Please go ahead, Janet.
Can you hear me in my new mic?
Hey,
Hey,
awesome.
I'm here. I'm back in action. How is everybody tonight? Good.
Very good,
Awesome.
very good.
Excited
Thank
to
you.
see you all here. Well, I'm coming down with a little something right now, and Brian is definitely come down with something, so he's resting. So from my experience with this 90-day run, I am so excited. I'm so pumped. I'm really excited that we're all doing this together. It started off this 90-day challenge with Eric Worre in December. So he prepped us up for that. And I realized when I was going through that I was missing a few things in my business. And I think what I realized is that we all have fear of speaking to new people. And I always hear Chris and Tammy say, new people, talk to new people. Don't worry about the old. Why do you go back to the old? Like same old, you go back and then you go forward, then you go back. And, just you need new people. And I realized that new people is what creates momentum in any environment, because people are attracted to that. If you just stay stale, you stay the same and don't change, and you keep things exactly the same, then it just doesn't move, it doesn't grow. And right now I feel like we're going through a lot of growth. For me, this 90-day, like in the accelerator, they talked about doing the low, medium, high. So low is talking to 100 random people, having warm-up conversations with no agenda, and medium is 500, and high is 1,000. And in that accelerator program, I noticed that there were people committing to speaking to 1,000 people. And I wondered, how could you possibly have 1,000 conversations? But what I learned from this is it is possible, because all you do is you go into your messenger and say, hi, how are you? Or hi, I like that picture of your dog. And 9 times out of 10, you will get a response. And that's how you warm up conversations. So now I feel like I'm having a bazillion conversations. It's all about relationship building. Over time, people really get to know who you are, and then they have an interest in you, and that's what creates business is you. And so now when you get this relationship built up, it's nice to just say to people, are you looking for something? We have something that could really help you, could impact you, could change your life. And you go like leading with the business. And I think people really like that right now because of the way the world is going. So I appreciate this campaign that we're doing. We have like 46 people in the group. It's really exciting. I know more to come. It's just been week 1, and everyone's going to tell everyone. So more people are going to come along. On January 30th, I just confirmed with Bobby this morning that we are going to be doing a Zoom call within our MetaSwitch group. So that's all 46 of us plus more. So it's actually Josie's brilliant idea. I got together with her on a Zoom call yesterday, and she thought that it would be nice to get everyone together as a community and see what their struggles are, see if people have questions. Some people are kind of silent in the background, and you want to hear them speak, and they may want to speak. So yeah, it's all about teamwork. It's not about just me. I was focusing a lot on social media, but I think I'm trying to find a balance of making connections and relationships right now.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And really appreciate this feedback. And the key again is to stay focused. And one thing that you also touched on, Janet, is I know that by default we tend to really focus on the products and the science. And I think one of the things that Max has that is such a powerful instrument is our science and our products. But also something, and I've seen that before, it comes as a blockage. I can't find the right word other than this one, because people tend to be so content with the products and the benefit of the products, and they don't really focus on the business aspect of things. And one of the reasons why we're pushing people to attend the GoPro events and whatever events that you're able to attend or afford to be able to be part of, we want you to experience the reality of what this industry can actually do for you. And most people do not know, do not see. We can tell you, but when you live through it, it's a complete different experience. And I think it's one of the reasons why a lot of you are starting to cross that bridge, where now you're a lot more comfortable with the business aspect of what we do. And not only that, when you touch on something super important, Janet, is this is a reality today. I mean, honestly, I mean, people are losing their jobs left, right, and center, and for many reasons. I mean, some are political, and for different reasons, but they're losing their jobs. And what else can they do? Well, what else can you think about it? What do we do in our business, right? We work from home, and we have all these social media environment, and there's a lot more stuff. Remember, guys, this is day 8 we just completed today, and we have 90 days. There is so much more information that will be passed on that will be extremely relevant when it comes to social media. Right now, Tammy and I are really, really redefining ourselves on utilizing social media to go out there and to define our brand, because we never really bothered for the brand, because our brand was us traveling every 2 months somewhere around the world. That was our brand. But this is kind of passe. So now we're redefining, and I guarantee you it will happen. But the good news for you is you're catching us at 0. So if you follow the trails on what we do and you just duplicate what we do, you do understand that you have the choice to benefit from everything that we are learning. So this is the reason, again, why this group is so important. And I'm talking about the Crown Diamond, the CD Global Impact Group. I hope you guys are really going to go there at least once a day to see what's happening, because every day there's new content being added in there. So thank you, Janet. It was wonderful, wonderful. Tammy, is there anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, business is conversation. Like Janet said, she wants to really focus on building relationships, and that is all through conversation. And people are going to share their pain. Just connect and understand where people are, and don't make any assumptions, you guys, because you can really lose on this one. Is because often when we're in struggle, we think the whole world is in struggle. And maybe somebody, might have just lost their job, their business closed, whatever, but they may have a safety net, and they're like staying awake at night or trying to figure out what they can do to make a change and have a new career. So just connect with people, find out if they're open, and just bring them into the culture, bring them into the family, the community, and then we'll make sure that we get everybody started right. So I think that, and just do this over and over and over and over. The whole month of January is the recruiting month. So put all the distractions aside as much as you can. I know that emergencies do come up, but you have to determine the emergency from the distraction. You guys know what I'm talking about. We all have them, right?
So let's get the next person to share. So who wants to share?
Sylvie.
Sylvie or Lucie? Sylvie, you want to go ahead?
Yep, I can go ahead. Too many things going through my head all at the same time.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
And I have to take notes or I can get really off track. But I was having a hard time thinking, how am I going to do 2 90 days, a 90-day run and a 90-day challenge at the same time? So before Christmas, I spent a lot of time with the other girls too, getting the group ready for the Switch campaign. And we were starting from scratch. It's the first time it's done. And so we had to really brainstorm and see what could we bring to the group that could actually help the people with the challenge. And it was a good timing though, because I've been wanting to lose weight for a year now, and I sort of had forgotten about the Switch product and the meal plan. So when I started thinking, what's going to help me? So I liked the idea, of the checklist. So, and I'm thinking whenever somebody jumps in the group, they can jump in on the 1st of January or the 30th of January, but they need to start somewhere. So with the checklist, and we created tracking sheets, and all these ideas are also coming from, what we've learned here in Max, because you can't, if you're not tracking anything, you can't correct anything. Okay, so these two apply in this two. So the tracking sheets are there. I'm using them myself because we're just starting, and we actually scheduled like, fixed times during the day where we will be coming in and either doing a post or doing a Facebook Live to keep the people motivated. But we all know that, motivation, it gets you started, but it won't keep you going. You have to have a good reason to keep moving. And you have to resist the temptation always going back to your old habits because it's difficult. And it's the same thing with the 90-day run. Right now with the 90-day run, same thing here. Before Christmas, I started doing a bit of a whisper, the whispering, just connecting with the people and starting conversations. And in the last year, what I come to realize is that a lot of things, the major thing that was stopping me is because it was the fear. Coming out of the comfort zone, but I didn't realize that it was just me. I thought it was just me that was feeling that. I thought, with my lack of confidence, breaking through the fear was just something that I had. But through the accelerator program last year and the 90-day run that we're doing, from the comments that we get all the time is that I'm afraid, I'm scared. I'm afraid to talk to people. I'm afraid of being turned down. I'm afraid, and I stop there. I stop in my tracks. So I had come to the belief that because I had that fear, I didn't have what it takes to actually succeed in this business. But today I realized that, well, everybody is going to feel some kind of fear, and it's probably going to hold the majority of the people back. So I find the 90-day run is really good because you're putting a group together, realizing this is true for everybody. But if we want to succeed, we have to overcome those fears, and we have to push through them and do the actions. And the same thing here for me. You were talking, Chris, about, customers and business. And I actually had to sit down and think about that and say, why am I always talking about, more about the products than the business? And that came down to the same thing too, because a customer, it's easy. They need it. You offer them the product, you tell them how to use it, and it's done. But when you talk about the business, once you talk about the business and you get somebody interested, then what the hell do you do with them? It's like, how do I get this person started? I have no idea. I haven't business up and running yet. So the 90-day run, I find with the group that you've just created, it's like we have a step-by-step plan, a checklist, you can say. And all you have to do is push through the fear and just knock the things off. And I realize I'm going to be terrible at talking to the people at first, but the only way you get better is to just get into action, right? But I love it because it's going to be structured. And once you learn it yourself, then you can teach it to the new people that are coming in. And that's going to be a constant. It's going to be there for everybody. So I'm starting the 90-day run seriously in the coming week. We've got pretty much everything set up for the switch, the 90-day weight loss challenge. But and like Lucie was saying, she told me, Sylvie, use the weight loss product to do the 90-day run if you have to, so you can mix the two together. And I said, yeah, that's a really good idea. So on social media, I'm going to be like focusing my actions around the weight loss program and talking about switch. So I'll be learning at the same thing, but being focused more on that product, maybe instead of the Sylvie. And social media, I've been talking about it for years. Social media, nobody was really using social media before. And that's the same thing. It takes time. Like Olga was saying, you can post and get peanuts. But the only way you're going to get results eventually is that the algorithm people are starting to reply. People are starting to ask questions. So we have to do many actions, many things, and don't expect results now. They're going to come somewhere down the line. And it's the same thing with the weight loss. So we're going to be posting more, encouraging people, and and we'll be adapting. We'll be teaching you tools also to start to eat better, not to go back to your old eating habits. So you're not stuck with just the 20 recipes that we have, but to adjust your own recipes, but to make them healthy and the right quantities, and to make sure you're losing weight at the same time.
Yeah, that what really well said. And by the way, just want to let you know, I know that a lot of folks are waiting on the videos, the training videos, and Larry just responded
Hmm.
today that they're going to place them into the Google Drive so we can make them available. So we're not going to deal with the the monetized kind of YouTube campaign going on with a commercial leading you to something else, right? So that's coming. One thing that I really like, Sylvie, that you created with this environment, and you're a very smart and clever person. So I know you know what to do to get someone started, but I think it was the fear. I think that was, according to what I'm hearing, that was probably the most dominant aspect. Okay, now they're here. What if I can't really show them, even because I know you know the basics, but I think it was the fear, and you're overcoming this, and you're doing so well. One thing that I really like is the culture you created to welcome people. Every time there's a new person that gets into the group, they're being welcome. Everybody's participating. I've noticed that Janet, for example, brought in a new person. And this is what I love about this team. You guys are so warm, and that is so powerful in this business. Whenever there's a person that comes in, everybody steps in and welcome this new person, and that makes you feel important, and that is really important because people are important. So I want to thank you for that. And Sylvie, well done.
That actually, I don't want to take credit for that because I'm not the one who started it. I think it was Janet.
Okay.
Janet,
Well,
maybe Olga, I'm not sure. But when I saw it, I said, oh, that's an amazing idea. We have to keep doing it. But it wasn't
and
my idea.
I okay, and
Mireille, I don't know if Mireille is here tonight. I can't see her. But
I don't see her. I don't
I
see
mean,
her tonight.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a pleasure working with Olga, Janet, and Mireille. I mean, they all have their strengths, their energy. And
Oh yeah.
I mean, I need the motivation too. So I know that these girls are giving it too. So it's super.
Oh yeah, no. Janet is very clever. I see some of the things you're posting with the way the text is there. It's brilliant. I mean, we learn from you guys in so many ways, and that's like that collaboration is what makes the team attractive. And the key is to stay the course. And this is really what I mean. It's beautiful. Thank you. Really
And,
appreciate
and
your
just to
feedback,
add to
Sylvie.
that, we're just at the beginning of creation of these campaigns together. So those who want to be part of the future campaigns, please reach out to me and let us know, because we want to start filling in. We don't have everybody quite for March. I know Barbara Ann and Paul, and they're thinking of Lee and Scott. I was going to call on you for March. You let me know if that works for you. And then we still got to roll out April. Even though other campaigns may be still going, we're still going to create campaigns. It doesn't always have to be about product too. You could create some fun business campaigns as well, and add a product that you like, if you like what March is, what St. Patty's Day, so green, ATP, energy, fun. You could do some fun stuff. It's just to be creative, and it's fun to get together and just leverage each other's skills and talents. And I'm telling you, by December next year, we're all going to be on social media. We're going to nail this. The fear is it's going to be gone, because we're all going to get into so much momentum that you're going to see a huge difference in your growth. And by doing that is doing this. What we're doing right now is that foundation that is critical to go into huge momentum, which is what we want to do in developing Canada and US. And in the mastermind, the first session, I don't know if we even shared that in this group, Eric is going to give us 100 campaigns, ideas, 100. So we're going to have lots of stuff that we can work with. So everything from mastermind we'll be bringing within the group, and everything from the accelerator. And then they got the 90-day on top of it. So you can imagine all the courses we're caught up in right now, but it's all to help everybody go into another level of rank, which obviously the income will be there, and it's going to make some belief that will get rid of the fears. And if I can recommend anything when it comes to books, when it comes to fear, the very first book that I read that literally took me out of fear is Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. It is more fearful to not do it, believe it or not, than it is to actually do it. We create all of this stuff in our head and analyze everything in our head. We all do it. And we're really good at talking ourselves out of things, right? And it keeps us stagnant. Well, feel the fear and do it anyways is to go out and face it, because you're going to realize all this stuff you created, honestly, because I remember after I started facing my fear, I'm going, oh my God, all that stuff I created, all the energy that I personally wasted, doing that follow-up call, trying to figure out, well, what if they say this? And well, how am I going to respond to that? All that time that I wasted, I could have had them in the business, And one trainer taught me this one thing I want to share with you is he said, I got a male trainer at that time. He said, stop making it about you. It's not about you. I'm like, whoa, it's not about me and my fears. It's about them. If you focus on impact and find out where they are in their life, and if you can help them handle some pain that they're going through, whatever you ask them to do, they're going to do. You're going to bring them to have a look at the information. You're going to bring them to make an educated decision. So I hope that helps a little bit. This is from past, lots of mentoring down the road.
Thanks, Tammy. So Lucie, love to hear from you. If you could share maybe some of the things that you do. You're the most structured, committed person I've met in my life. And I'd love for you to share your thoughts and, how you go about you doing your business. How does the 90-day run has impacted you?
I personally started my business 15 years ago. I was over $8,000 a month. And with COVID, it's crashed down. I lost my team. Many quit. Many never started. So I never, in 15 years, put down my baton, my stick. I don't know, my baton, my walking stick. I have always continued. And when we start, for 4 years, we didn't have anything in French. We start with nothing. And actually, what we receive with the Crown Diamond Global Impact, it's amazing. Everything is there. For every team, everybody in the team. So I have created, I have asked who would be willing to go the 90 days training run. And I had 33 people in my team who volunteer. So every day, after the training, I make a small resume, very small. Sometimes it's, I make some video, I put the screen of the query, and then I explain what it is. And I do that in French for them. And I can see that many are getting more confident to call, to use the script and everything. But it's starting slow. Many people are comfortable. They are comfortable. They already have a nice lifestyle because they don't dream bigger. We said, if I get $10,000 a month, it would be great, great. We had some example during the training about that. Why just 10,000 if we have some project to do, something to do? So how much do we like the lifestyle we have? And how do we see the lifestyle that we would like to get? I don't talk about a better life in the house and everything. Lifestyle is different from everybody and can maybe not be, it can be to finance some product. Like Tammy said, to get a cook to cook for you for good meals. So you decide to put, that's his lifestyle. So for me, and Luz was waiting. I just come back from 2 weeks. I was sick, but I didn't stop. I worked as crazy because I have many people registered to be registered actually. So to have freedom, she wrote, to have lifestyle, a lifestyle depends on what you have in your mind, raise the standards. I choose to get obsessed. 2022 massive action. So I am doing massive action actually. I don't stop. I dream. I don't dream. I sleep just what I need and I work. I contact people. Because this year will be different of everything. And because we don't know what tomorrow will bring. Here we are confined. Everything is closed. Everything, and people are losing their job as crazy. And that is sadness everywhere in Quebec, the province of Quebec. And we don't know what they are preparing. So I don't want to talk about the shooting here, but it's evident that people are getting sick with the shot. And it makes me crazy about that. So we need to decide. And when we decide, we plan and we do. Jim Rohn said that we will act for two reasons. Or we are desperate, or we are inspired. Me, I am not desperate, but I am inspired to change the life of many people in my team. I want them to get some money. I want them to change. I told them, take the bull to the horn and don't just don't leave it go away, because we are going to make it together. So I start the process in December. In December, when he said, don't wait on January. So straight on December, I did my 1,000 contact, and I have two best friends. It's my phone, my Zoom, and my LinkedIn, because I found all my contact in LinkedIn, and it's all professional people. And the fact my CV is professional one, it attracts a lot of people. So it helped me a lot about that. And it's sure that most of them are African, because the fact I stayed so many years in Africa, 25 years, that is something. So it attracts the people. I get people from Cameroon. I worked there for 2 years. I attract people from Benin. I worked there for 7 years. And I worked there and there and there and there and there. So like Eric, where we say, register the people. Me, I don't look for customer. I focus on associate. I want to build, and I want to find people who will build. And he said, there will be people who will crawl, there will be people who will walk, there will be people who will run, and there will be people who will fly. So who said that? The Alibaba, he said, don't find the good people, find the right one. So I am looking for the right one, and I'm going to fly, and we'll see you at the end of this 90 days. And like Christian said, you will reach a number you never thought possible. I just wish to see that. And I do presentation on demand also, because at 3 o'clock, it's a bit difficult. I have to change that because the training is not always finished.
Okay.
3.
Yeah, just let me know, Lucie. We'll make the adjustment according to this. I know when reality hits,
My
we
message,
need to adjust.
I am in and focus, and sick or not, I am focused because I get attached to my people also. I get attached. Sometimes I should not, because when they don't or they quit, it hurt. But I find it now like as a normal process. That's the way, because we get people in our lives. Sometimes it's for a moment, a long moment, for life, and a short term. So it's normal. So that's why we always need to always find new people.
Well said.
Tammy,
Well said.
always have been repeating that since the 15 years now. So I've been following all the training. So I'm ready. I'm ready.
It's very inspiring, Lucie. Very, very inspiring. And you know, folks, as we come to a close to finish this, and that was tonight. It's just for you to hear, what's going on in the field, what's happening in people's mind, and what they're doing, and how they're feeling. A lot of the things, and this is what I think one of the greatest asset from the accelerator, I believe, is people are starting to realize that, oh, I'm not the only one that's scared. Oh, I'm not the only one that's dealing with this. And in fact, what I found really interesting is when Tammy went with another program with the mentoring program. What do you call that, Tammy? The millionaires. What do you call these guys? That group that we're in, mentorship. The hello, Tammy?
Mastermind.
The mastermind.
The
Thank you.
mastermind group. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We got so much mentoring stuff going on.
Yeah,
that,
my mind
we're
is
learning a
fried. I
ton
mean,
from
I literally
everybody.
my head is
Yeah.
fried, but I need to stay the course because we need to finish this trend this evening and want to finish strong. But you see, it's really interesting because sometimes you think these people earning seven figures, it's like wow, we were so close. I mean, you have no idea how painful it is when you work so hard to get to a certain level, and then the pandemic turns around and everything is cut. So what's happened, but the exciting is it's everything is climbing back up and it's climbing fast, really. But the fact here is if we didn't stay the course and didn't redefine ourselves, we invested in ourselves, we wouldn't feel that growth that we're having right now. And I'm telling you, I thought we were doing great. I have a feeling at the end of 2022, we're probably going to be two to three to four times where we were. I'm not kidding. And that's quite significant. And we want this for you. And I'd like to finish on this note. And Tammy, I'll let you finish your last thoughts. Is Tammy and I did a video for the Philippines for two different teams and also for Max and everything else. And there's something from Jim Rohn that I'd like to share with you that really hit me home years ago. And I saw that message again. And it says, the capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill, but the willingness to learn is a choice. And everybody here has the capacity. And most of you have been exposed to enough information that your skills are there. There is no issues there. The third aspect is, are you willing? Because, and I really appreciate that, Lucie, because the information that is portrayed, that is shared in the and the Crown Diamond Global Impact, I'm not kidding. But this is the kind of information people can charge for. There is no way, excuse me for the expression I'm about to say, there is no way in hell we would charge anybody for something like that. Because we get paid in a compensation plan. The key is to share the knowledge, and by sharing the knowledge, we're sharing the wealth. But you need to be willing to do the steps. And if you are, you will benefit. Remember, that is day 8, and I cannot believe how much information we already have on day 8. Imagine when we're in day 50 and 60 and day 80. Some of you may be diamonds, or who knows what may happen. I'm telling you, don't limit yourself by the belief that you may have right now based on what's been going on in the past 10 years or 4 years or 3 years or 8 months. I'm not kidding. There's great things that are happening, but you have to be willing to step forward. Back to you, Tammy.
So we just talked about, first of all, I want to say thank you to the girls, and thank you for being transparent and sharing with everybody what you're up to and some of the challenges that have happened. I know everybody has been hit the last 2 years. It's been a real shocker for us because we built this business the old way, old school. And I know Olga would contact me all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. She's going, Tammy, just take the time. Just take some pictures. Do some videos. You don't need Chris to be there holding the camera for you. Do this, do that. It's to get comfortable. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm still uncomfortable. But you know what? I'm doing it. I don't do it as often as I should. But this year, my big goal, and I'm throwing it out there, is to be a social media influencer. Our next step is to do a podcast because we've got a lot of skills under our belt, and so do you. Every single one of you have skills under your belt. You've learned a ton of crap. Get those notebooks out and start going live and sharing a little segment. Tease. People are going to listen to it. They're going to like it. They're going to see you do something again. They're going to see you do something again. Next thing you know, you got people following you and commenting. So get yourself out there, and every single post, you know, I'm learning from all the gurus, is every single post, create a connection of an engagement of a question in general. Ask questions to people, whatever it is you're posting or going live. Ask him to follow you. Yeah, Kathy, did you want to add something? I don't know, you're just okay. And so that's what you want to do, okay? And I'm not the best at it. I know we're learning from the best because we're in the mastermind, and these guys are real gurus. They know exactly what they're doing, and we're just like humbling ourselves to say, please give us your goods, right? And they're giving it to us. So you're going to get it all. Olga's getting a lot of it too because she follows a lot of these influencers online. It's to do it. Don't just follow people and scroll. Do it. Get uncomfortable. I actually wrote 2 scripts today, Olga, and I promise you I'm doing those videos. I'm already ready and I know exactly what I'm going to do with them, and I wrote them down, so now I kept myself accountable for that. And that's again, you know, to create engagement.
So Lucie, you have your hand up. Did you want to share something? Sorry, Tammy.
Today it was a training with Fletcher, and she started 8 years ago, and she was in the street with nothing to eat, and she earned many millions a month, actually. So the lesson is you can start slow, you can start fast, but if you can start fast, the pain don't stay as long.
Sure.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
But
and
so
you know
Tammy,
what?
I
She
interrupted
started
you. Go ahead.
making serious money when she got on social media and got really uncomfortable. So we all have to get uncomfortable doing this and cheer each other on.
Wonderful. So everybody, listen, I really, again, stay the course and keep doing what it is you're doing. It's working. It's working. And these campaign, remember, these campaign, you can focus within the umbrella of those 90-day run. And these campaign, remember what they do. They will increase volume in your organization because people need product to be part of the campaign. And the people they bring in needs product to be part of the campaign. And it keeps going. That's why these campaigns are so powerful. So do not underestimate the value of what the campaign will bring, because that's what's going to jack up your volume. But most importantly, you just have a more reach, a bigger reach, a longer reach to be able to have more people talking to more people about what these products can do, which in turn, they also need more products to be part of the campaign if it's being duplicated. And this is continue throughout the 90-day run. And folks, you can start 90-day run anytime you want. After this is done, you take a little break for several months. You start, getting people started. You make sure they reach their core rank, which is, can you tell me what the core rank in this group? Just write it down. What's the core rank? Quickly. What's the core rank in Max International?
Bronze.
That's it, Kathy. That's it. Right, Linda, Sylvie, Janet, beautiful. Okay, that is the core rank. So that's month 3. So month 1 is recruit. Month 2, get them then start again, and then start again, and then started. Month 3 is now let's get them to get to the pin rank. To the core rank, because core rank. Remember, if you have enough core rank in your organization, well, that's going to push you to get to the next pin level, and this can take you all the way up to Crown Diamond, and we're talking from experience from there.
And you may have rock stars that are going to do it in a month, so don't be surprised.
So stay the course. So everybody, thank you so much for attending this evening. Thank you for your feedback, participation. Really appreciate you, and have yourself a wonderful weekend. Again, on a daily basis, make a point of going to the CD Global Impact, see what's going on, comment, share your feedback, share your testimonials, participate, and you will get so much more. Have a great evening, everybody, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Right.